I tell him, okay, do you want to have an apple or a banana for snack? He will say, neither.
It's a smart child.
I'm like, okay, इसके आगे तो books में नहीं लिखा है.
Don't be a short order cook. Give options, but not like after rejection you're going and drinking something else.
Kids don't sometimes want to touch wet foods. They only want to eat finger foods. So ऐसा क्यों होता है?
There are actually 8 senses that are involved in eating.
Plain rice, plain roti, plain pasta, no curries, no vegetables.
Rice looks same every day. Every day it's white. It's same texture every day. Chapati looks same every day. But what about veggies?
When veggies are rejected day over day over day, that's when the stress starts building up.
Who is fussy here? Is the child fussy or the parents are fussy? They want their children to eat everything and that's not possible.
My child only wants to eat snacks.
So we have to reduce the exposure. Out of sight, out of mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Conscious Indian Mama Pod. I'm your host Gunjan, and today we're talking about something that's on mind of every toddler parent. Why isn't my child eating? So for that, we have Sonal with us today. Hi Sonal.
Hi Gunjan.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
So Sonal is a certified child nutritionist. She is a mom herself to two beautiful girls. 13 and 4, 12 and 4.
12 and 4 and a
12
half.
and 4 and a half, yes. And she's also recently become a children's book author where she's written some beautiful books for kids. And she's the founder of Beyond Picky Eating. That's a lot to have on one person's plate, I must say.
That's true.
So I just want to start by talking to you about how was your journey before you became a mom, before the child nutritionist part of you, came into existence. How was your life before that?
So Gunjan, my life has been like, I became a mom at a very young age.
Okay.
At 24, I got married, and 25, I had a baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was a totally messy, unprepared mom. And that's why I did a lot of mistakes in raising my elder one in the initial years. And I would say, this is the intention behind what work I'm doing here on my handle Roller Coaster of Motherhood, and also the intention behind Beyond Picky Eating, because I faced a lot of issues with her. I didn't know anything. You name it, I'll say, yes, I've done this mistake. You just name it, I'll say I've been there. So that's why when parents reach out to me now telling my son is not eating this is a problem, I'm facing this. So I'm always able to relate because I have been there, I have gone through all those bad days.
Okay, wow. So how did you decide कि okay, I need to sort of start working towards this and helping moms?
Yeah. So like I said, my daughter, she didn't get the proper nutrition in the initial days, and we faced a lot of issues. And on top of nutrition, the other thing was the stress that was built in the entire house, that the child is not eating.
Yeah.
And once she started going to school, then that was a setback and eye opener for me. Like, she's not eating her tiffin, she's not eating anything. Every day the tiffin is coming back because she was always fed through screen, through distraction feeding. And her brain was not wired enough, like what to do when there's food in front of me. Because until and unless there is a screen which is on in front of her, she won't open her mouth. So that was really, whenever I think about those days now, I get emotional and a little sad ki I was not prepared. But not my fault. I was very young, and back then we didn't had so many resources there. So yes, that was the intention of getting myself educated in child nutrition, in reversing picky eating, and lots of other certifications related to sensory processing and integration in children. So I started studying because I wanted to reverse picky eating in my child. And to be honest, it took me around 3 years to make her eat by herself. She would take around 2 hours to complete a meal. and we did a lot of things like, you know, gardening, having a kitchen garden, a lot of sensory activities where she would touch food outside of the mealtime. We did so many exercises, as I learned in the certifications, in the workshops I attended. So I started doing all those, and slowly, you know, gradually I developed interest in this field. And then, you know, I started this you know, Instagram handle, so that I can, you know, spread some awareness and help other parents. I don't want to see any mother at the same in the same situation that I was in.
Yeah. I think जब
Yeah.
खुद के साथ होता है, that's when you
Exactly.
can really relate with
I
what the
can,
other
yeah.
person's going through. That's
So-
true. Yeah. So I'll share something personal here. When Kian was around one and a half, that's when I feel my real battles with meals started with him. उससे पहले तो it was all rosy. He's always been a baby-led weaning child. तो मेरे को भी ज़्यादा कभी स्ट्रेस नहीं था उसके खाने से रिलेटेड. आई रियली वर्कड ऑन माई माइंड सेट, एंड जो दे दी थी खा लेता था. जो दे दी थी इंटरेस्टेड होता था. ओके, देयर वाज अ फेज जब एग नहीं खाता था, बट आई लाइक ठीक है, फेज है, कोई बात नहीं. बट देन 1.5 आई वुड से इज व्हेन आई रियलाइज्ड कि यार अब तो सडनली टैंट्रम्स आ गए हैं मील्स के टाइम पे. नेगोशिएशंस आर हैपनिंग कि नहीं, ये नहीं खाते, ये खा लेते हैं. अभी लंच नहीं करते, स्नैक कर लेते हैं. सडनली रिजेक्शन इंक्रीज्ड. मतलब टीदिंग के टाइम पे भी उसने कभी इतना रिजेक्ट नहीं किया था जितना वो 1.5 के बाद से कर रहा है. एंड इट्स जस्ट बिन अ बैटल एवर सिंस. सो फर्स्टली आई वांट टू understand from you ki, is this normal behavior for this age?
I would say you should be happy that your child is doing all this, because he's developing in a normal way. So at 1 year of age, there are a lot of developments happening with the child, and food rejection happens due to combination of two things. Behavioral development, and B, related to growth, like
Okay.
the development that is happening in terms of growth. So I'll talk about the developmental first. So here, like we say, a baby's weight should triple in the first year, right?
Yeah.
So if a baby is born at 3 kgs of weight, he or she is expected to be double,
Yeah.
in 6 kgs at 6 months, and 9 kgs, approximately 9 kgs at 1 year.
Right.
So now, after 1 year of age, does this same pattern follow? No. They don't get 27 by 2 years of age, right?
Yeah.
So the growth reduces, and that's why the appetite also reduces. Toddlers and babies, they have this sense naturally. They can regulate their appetite according to their growth needs.
Okay.
So it's very normal that the appetite will go down. And when the appetite goes down, as adults also, we start hating our favorite foods
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We don't feel like eating them
Yeah.
because our appetite is
Yeah,
low
yeah.
in those days.
Yeah.
So yes, so you should be happy that your child is growing in a normal way.
Okay.
And the second reason that I mentioned is the behavioral changes or developments. So after 12 months of age, or you can say between 12 months to 18 months of age, there's a sense of autonomy that develops in the child. They want more control. They want more independence. So that's why, you know, sometimes they use food refusal as a way to assert more control.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the you know, common that's a very common thing, and every toddler does this. It means they are you know, getting more aware about their surroundings now. They want to do things by their own. They want to make their own choices, which is good.
Yeah.
So in these kind of at this phase now, what I recommend to parents is give some control to the child. Like when you serve their plate, ask them what they want to put in it. Give 2-3 options, and give them hand them the ladle. Ask them to serve themselves. If not that, just give a spoon of ghee and ask them to sprinkle it over their
Yeah,
meal. So they'll feel control, as well as you'll add some nutrition to the food. And you can give a lemon. They love to squeeze lemon and, you know, play with it. So these kind of small things you can give, so that they feel that they are getting control of things. They'll feel happy about it, and they'll feel satisfied, like yes, I'm having the control. And other things also you can do, like bring them to the kitchen, involve them in cooking, ask them what they want to eat, set the family menu with them, so like they can at least choose what they want to eat. I think 18 plus they can also tell you what they want to eat. They can identify certain fruits and vegetables. So at that time you can start doing that. So once they start feeling like mujhe kuch power mila hai, then the tantrums, the mealtime rejections, food rejections and all, you'll see them settling down slowly.
So मैंने ये try किया था, the choicest thing I try, and my child is such. If I tell him, okay, do you want to have an apple or a banana for snack? He will say neither. Or he will say both. I'm like, okay, इसके आगे तो books में नहीं लिखा है, इसका कैसे response करे? The child is supposed to pick one, right? And then this entire negotiation starts कि अच्छा ठीक है, फिर क्या खाना है क्या? And then I later realize कि negotiation नहीं करना है भाई, ये दो option है, इसमें से choose कर लो, नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा.
And that's where as a parent we need to set a boundary also. हमें पूरा fridge खोल के नहीं रख देना है कि choose what you want. You just give few options कि this is in the menu today, and you decide what you want to eat. There's nothing apart from this. This is what we have for today. And if the child is asking for something else, you tell them, we'll have it on the weekend. This is planned for Sunday. This is planned for Friday. So set days for different kind of favorite foods that the child wants.
Nice. Now another problem that happens around this age I've seen is कि children are not ready to try anything else, anything new. Right? अगर suppose they're used to having a certain type of food, कुछ भी नया texture या नया flavor उनके सामने रख दो तो they'll be like कि नहीं, मतलब they won't even try it. Right? So again, is that normal? क्योंकि I think 1 से पहले तो ऐसा नहीं होता है.
Yeah, because see, I'll ask you, if I transport you to some other Asian country where you don't know what's the food like, right? Like, in some of the Asian countries, they eat crickets. They eat a lot of different things that we don't eat. And imagine yourself sitting in a restaurant and strapped, like we strap our babies in the high chair. And the waiter there, the server there is asking you to eat the food directly. Not even asking you your choice. And the worst part, you don't know how to communicate with them. Our babies' speech is not yet developed that they can, tell us what's the problem. So if you can't, imagine you're not able to communicate, you don't know their language, what will you do? You'll throw a tantrum, Gunjan. Right?
I think I will,
so
yes.
This is food neophobia, and it's there in everyone, in adults, in children, and it's at peak after 1 year of age.
Okay.
So it settles down around 5-6 years of age.
Okay.
So we have to be very careful with our children.
Okay.
That they are going through something because after 6 months, what we do a slow progression of foods. So pura 1 month we'll give like 5 to 6 type of foods only. And some parents, like if they're not aware, they're just giving some purees like that also. And then, suddenly at 12 months of age, we start offering them family food. So how will they accept it in one go? They'll not. And, researchers say it takes around 15 to 20 exposures to introduce one food or to accept one food by a toddler. So it takes so many exposures. So I would say to parents, don't give up. Keep up the exposure, and not just on the table. Outside of the mealtime also, keep up the exposure. And that was the intention behind my book series also. So some parents don't have time to take the children to kitchen and involve them in cooking, to take them to grocery shopping. So my books are written around these topics only. Like the first one, which is Garden to My Plate. So that shows how the vegetables land into your plate from the garden. How do they look from inside? How does the texture changes upon cooking? So all that has been explained beautifully in the form of illustrations.
Yes.
So you can use these kind of books to show children how the food is looking different on your plate, and slowly they'll start getting familiar to it and start accepting it.
Okay, but I think जब ये suddenly होता है ना with parents, it becomes very like अरे like ये क्या हो गया अभी तक तो खा रहा था बच्चा, right? So how can, like, what is one advice that you would like to give to a parent such that they can get through this phase without just losing their mind?
I would say be prepared, educate yourself, attend any kind of workshops related to this. These days, there are many workshops available. Read books, attend, watch podcasts like these.
Yeah.
And to maintain your sanity, take care of yourself as well. Don't
Yeah.
lose yourself in bringing up your child.
Yeah.
So anything, just 10 minutes in the morning, maybe some meditation, listening to your favorite music, or on the weekends, just Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
Do whatever you want to do to keep up your sanity. And then only you will get all that patience to handle a child at this delicate phase. This like picky eating phase is very normal. Every child goes through it. So it's
Yeah.
not a problem, with your child only. It's every child's normal thing.
So when parents are going through such phases with their kids, what are some things that they can, or maybe what are some values that they can practice such that this doesn't become a long-term problem?
Yeah, sure. So, you can follow one thumb rule. Like, you set some good boundaries with the child. If the child is, for example, if the child is asking for a snack again and again, you have to set the time, the routine for the child. Like, you will give the snack, but not at the lunch time. You don't have to be a short order cook. If the child is rejecting something out of stress and worry, we quickly go to the kitchen and cook up something else and bring it on the table. So that way, the toddlers are very smart. They'll understand. They'll develop this association. If I'll reject this thing, I'll get my favorite food. So then mealtime rejections will increase.
Yeah. So no alternatives.
So no, don't be a short order cook. Give options, but not like, after rejection you're going and bringing something else. So avoid doing that, and avoid falling into the trap of screen time feeding, distraction feeding, running behind them in the park, and getting one meal finished. All these things will give you satisfaction at that time, like pura bowl finish ho gaya, pura meal kha liya. But in the long run, it will all backfire. For example, I'll tell you about hunger regulation. So how do we feel hungry? The stomach contracts and expands, and that generates the feeling of hunger and fullness.
Right.
So, how will that contraction happen? Only when the stomach is empty. For 2 hours or 3 hours, you've not eaten anything, then only that contraction will happen. Now, when you're feeding a child with distraction or running behind the child in the park and distracting and feeding, how long does it take? It takes around 1 hour, 1.5 hour easily. So every few minutes something is going into the stomach. So the stomach will never get the chance to contract, and there will not be any feeling of hunger for the child. So he'll stop feeling hungry, and then you'll say that my child never feels hungry.
Yeah.
So that will happen if you continue with distraction feeding like this.
Okay. That's interesting. So a lot of times now parents don't even realize ki they're doing something that is a distraction feeding, or they're doing something that is maybe forcing the child to eat. So maybe can you give us some examples ki okay, this is what force feeding is, or this is what distraction feeding is? Like one you mentioned is related to screens and running around the child.
So there's just one thing I'd like to mention here. If the child is opening his or her mouth by himself, then that is not force feeding.
Okay.
We call it responsive feeding. So the child, you take the spoon in front of the child is opening the mouth, he's giving a response and he's eating. That's fine. Apart from this, if you are distracting the child to open the mouth, then that becomes a distraction feeding, and the child is not eating as per his hunger. He'll eat more than his hunger. And then after when we'll have the next turn of the day, next meal of the day, then the child won't be hungry at that time.
So basically anything other than this would be considered as distraction or force.
Talk a lot during the meal times. If you see that your child is not eating anything, make a good conversation. Make mealtime interesting. Tell a joke or tell a story. because at this age now, after 12 months of age, they also want to feel welcomed.
Yeah.
So I have sometimes suggested to parents that don't keep the high chair separately from the dining area. Invest in a chair which can be attached to your family dining table,
Right,
because
right.
now they want to be feeling welcomed into the family.
True,
They know
true.
about all their surroundings. They they can recognize every person in the family. Now they want to be sitting together. So bring them on the main family table, and then you'll see some differences coming your way.
Okay, interesting. And how is distraction feeding actually related to these picky eating behaviors that we see in toddlers?
See, when you're distracting the child, they don't know what they're eating. Most of
Ah.
the time, they don't know.
True.
So, again, going to the same topic, the familiarity with the food doesn't happen. They don't get familiar with the ingredients, what's going into their mouth. So, that is important when you want to introduce a new food.
Yeah.
Getting familiar is important. And for that, even touching the food is important, because that's also a sense that is
Yeah.
involved in eating.
Yeah.
So, if you're distracting the child, they won't be able to touch the food. And how will they accept it without the screen or without the distraction? This thing has happened with my daughter, my elder one. So she never touched the food, and I think at the age of 5 6 she started touching the food. So
Okay.
I have gone through that
Yeah,
already.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there's also a lot of confusion sometimes that parents have ki what behavior I'm seeing in my child right now, is this normal or is this actually a picky eater that, he's turning into a picky eater? So, are there some key distinctions between the two that you can give us?
Firstly, we should not label children as picky eaters. अगर आप उसके सामने बोलोगे ना कि you are a picky eater, you don't eat it, it will make the situation worse. And otherwise also we should avoid using this term, because every child goes through this picky eating phase. Every child is going through it, and it is normal. This is happening because of the developments that are happening in their body, their physical developments, their behavioral developments. There are regressions, appetite regressions also, like teething hai, us samay there is physical discomfort, they fall sick. Once they start crawling, they're putting everything into their mouth. Then this, there are stomach bugs, they start falling sick, and the appetite goes low at that time. So there are lots of things happening with a little child, and we label them as a picky eater.
Yeah.
So now, like, who is fussy here? Is the child fussy, or the parents are fussy?
Yeah.
They want their children to eat everything, and that's not possible. Every child cannot eat everything at every age.
That is true.
Yeah. So you have to wait for the right time, see when the child is ready, then they will start eating it. Until then, don't stop the exposure, keep it up, and don't fall into the trap of screens and distraction feeding. So if they are eating a limited amount of foods, that's fine. Just keep on exposing them to different textures. Once they'll be ready, they'll start eating it.
Okay. Now, like you mentioned that ये normal है, सबके साथ होता है. So इसमें भी ना I feel बहुत सारी categories होती हैं. मेरे को इतने सारे DMs आते हैं daily basis पे. कोई कहता है that my child only wants to eat white food. कोई कहता है my child does not like to eat anything that's wet. They only want to eat finger foods or dry foods. So maybe we can talk about each of these categories one by one and talk a little bit about कि ऐसा क्यों होता है and हम उसको कैसे fix कर सकते हैं.
Sure.
Right? So starting with texture. Texture aversions are something that are very common, and kids don't sometimes want to touch wet foods. They only want to eat finger foods. So ऐसा क्यों होता है बच्चों के साथ?
Yeah. So I'll ask you one thing. So do you know how many senses are involved in supporting the eating habits in a child?
Senses.
Yeah, how many senses are involved in eating?
So smell, touch, like eyes, sight, taste, of course, and पांच होते थे ना
Hearing.
senses. हाँ, hearing. हाँ, I guess the crunch and all that they hear.
Hearing.
So that's what I know.
So no, there are actually 8 senses that are involved in eating.
Okay.
And they play a very important role at the toddler age. So there are 3 behind the scenes senses that we should take care of. So the 6th one is vestibular sense, where the child should be able to understand where he's sitting.
Okay.
And the position of my body with respect to the space. So he should be able to understand that. He should be able to understand how much effort he has to put in picking up something from the plate, how much effort he has to put in chewing different types of textures. And this sense gets developed gradually. It's not
Okay.
from the day one. You must have seen children climbing from the opposite side on the slide.
हाँ
है ना?
हाँ,
They do this a lot.
Yes,
And
yes.
sometimes we stop them कि नहीं गिर जाओगे,
हाँ,
रुक जाओ.
हाँ.
So we should not stop them. They are developing their vestibular sense
Oh.
by doing this rough play.
Okay.
Rough play, risky play is important to develop this sense. So we should not stop them from doing this, because this is also helping them to sit in a stable way on the table.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the sixth sense that we should take care of. Involve your child in lots of outdoor play. And during the phase where picky eating is at phase or meal rejections are at phase, I would recommend take your child for outdoor play just 15 minutes before the meal. कुछ इस
Okay.
तरह से रूटीन प्लान करो कि बिफोर मील टाइम यू आर गोइंग फॉर अ वॉक और गोइंग टू द पार्क एंड डूइंग सम रफ प्ले देयर. You'll be surprised that your child is eating better.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've done this with my younger one a lot. Around 12 years of age, when she started walking, she always used to run in the house and never sitting on the table.
Yeah.
Then all the 3 meals I was taking her to walk.
Wow.
It was very tiring for me, but that phase lasted around 1 month, 4 to 6 weeks. Then there is another sense, which is this proprioception sense.
Okay.
So now here the child should be able to understand how much pressure he has to put when chewing a piece of banana, and how much pressure he has to put on while they're chewing a rough texture. So here giving a lot of different textures helps. So if a child just eats mashed food, nothing else, then don't give up there also. Do food pairing. So along
Okay.
with the mashed food, give a difficult texture also, so that the exposure is there. Even if the child is just chewing it and throwing it out, that's an exposure.
Yeah.
At least he's moving his mouth, the jaw strength is getting developed, and that way the exposure will happen slowly, and slowly they'll learn how to eat that difficult texture. So this is the answer to the texture question that you asked. And the third one is interoception sense, which is the feeling of hunger and fullness.
Okay.
So this sense is responsible to tell the child, like, I'm hungry, how much I have to eat, when I have to stop. So this sense will also come into picture only when the child is eating with all the 8 senses. If the
Yeah.
child is looking at the TV and eating something, then he's not eating with senses. It happens with us also. When we
Yeah.
are watching a movie, we never realize full tub of popcorn we are eating, and
Yeah.
after an hour we feel bloated.
Bloated,
And
yeah.
then we ask, what have I done? Why was I eating like that or grazing like that?
Yeah.
Because we are not in our senses. The interoception sense is not into the picture at that time, and we don't get to know that we are full. We keep on eating.
Yeah.
So same is with the child. The child will not get to know, and they eat double or triple of their appetite.
Oh. Wow.
So where will the impact go? It will go to the next meal. And next meal you are serving something different, of course. It might be a new food also. Then double the tantrum. So that kind of routine,
Yeah.
hunger regulation,
Yeah.
all these things have to be taken care.
Wow. Okay, I did not know about 8 senses. That's brand new information. Okay, so
You won't find it on Google as
yeah,
well.
actually, it's सेंसेस तो बचपन से 5 ही पढ़े हैं ना क्योंकि स्कूल में. Okay, so coming back
And
to
you know,
the
mostly what DMs I get is parents say इसको taste पसंद नहीं आता है, like,
हाँ.
and parents start feeling guilty,
कि
mothers
हम
especially कि
अच्छा
हम
नहीं
अच्छा नहीं
बना
बना रहे हैं,
रहे.
I'm not a good cook, मेरा बच्चा कुछ नहीं खा रहा है,
हाँ.
मेरे को recipe बताओ, tell me a recipe. So recipes won't help in
Yeah.
that thing. It's an overall thing, like 8 senses, and how much exposure you are giving to the child to develop these senses, all that matters.
So talking about texture in particular, you mentioned ki the 7th sense that you mentioned is responsible for the
Yes.
texture, right? Like the
Yes.
wet food and all.
Yeah.
So what are some things that parents can do practically to
Sure.
develop that for a child who's not touching wet food?
So there are a lot of sensory activities that you can do. So you will see in the market, you'll get these kind of sensory bins where there'll be some slime and all that. So I would suggest don't, go for those things which are not, in our daily life. Slime we don't
Okay.
have in our daily life.
हाँ.
So instead of those things, use food. Like आप सूजी ले लो, put some water in it, make a slurry, add some small animal figures in it, and ask the child to rescue their animal friends. So that way they'll start touching it. So in the initial days when you start doing this activity, make it very dry,
Okay.
right? And then you start increasing the make it thin, make it thinner, make it more sticky. So after suji you start using normal flour, atta you can take, so it's sticky. And then because they want to rescue their animals, so they'll put some effort. So these kind of games you can play with your child. Give them boiled noodles and give them a doll and ask them to wrap the noodle around the doll and make a pretty dress.
Yeah.
Use curd, add some food colors and do some finger painting. So that way they'll start touching food. So these kind of exposures are given outside of the meal time. So that's why my brand, that I named it Beyond Picky Eating. So I want parents to think beyond picky eating. So just think this is a normal thing and think beyond it, like what you can do outside of the meal time, what you can do.
And what about during meals? Let's say if a parent is doing all of this, but obviously time lagega, right, for the
Right.
child to actually accept it during meals. So in that duration, what can parents do such that nutrition be compromised?
Right. So I always say there are 5 opportunities in the day, 3
Hmm.
main meals and 2 snacks. So if the child is rejecting breakfast, give a nutrient dense snack. थोड़ा सा उसका न्यूट्रिएंट वैल्यू आप बढ़ा लो, add some nuts and seeds powder, use good quality ghee, use millets. So just use some and these days there are so many snacks also
Yeah.
available which are nutrient dense
True.
and very clean. So go for them. If breakfast is rejected, you have given a healthier snack. That's fine. So there are 5 opportunity windows in the
True,
day. So
true.
don't worry that much. Don't get stressed कि meal reject हो गया, आज नहीं खाया. So in the next window, the child will eat. If the hunger regulation is working properly, you're not distracting the child to eat, they're eating as per their appetite. In the next window, they will feel hungry. Or in the next to next window, they will feel hungry. And here I'm telling, 2 meals are sufficient for a child. Although we have 5 meals in the day, 3 main and 2 snacks, but if the child is eating 2 decent meals also during this phase between 12 months to you say 3 years of age, that is also fine.
Just 2 meals.
Yes.
ओके, तो हम फालतू में इतना टेंशन लेते हैं. मतलब एक भी मील अगर ऑनेस्टली इवन आई गो थ्रू दिस, अगर एक भी मील उसने ठीक से नहीं खाया तो you start feeling कि यार okay, what's happening?
That's
क्यों
why
नहीं खा रहा
5
है?
meal opportunity windows are there,
हाँ.
because their stomach is very small. They can't eat good like quantity of food at one go. So their stomach is how much, around the size of their fist.
Yeah.
So they'll eat very less quantity. That's why giving something after every 2 hours, every 3 hours is recommended. But if that's not working, do whatever is working for your child. If the
Yeah.
child is happy with 2 meals, developing fine, playing fine, everything is going fine, 2 meals are also sufficient.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that was about texture. Now let's talk about the white foodie. क्योंकि ये कियान का भी problem है and ये on and off आता रहता है that he would only want to eat plain rice, plain roti, plain pasta, no curries, no vegetables. अगर प्लेट में 4 चीज़ें हैं उसमें से एक कुछ वाइट है, राइस है, तो बस हम वही खाएंगे. So पहले तो I want to understand कि ऐसा क्यों होता है, like what's happening with them at this
A
stage?
very simple layman answer I'll give. Rice looks same every day, right?
Yes.
Every day it's white.
Yes.
It's same texture every day.
Yes.
Chapati looks same every day.
Yes.
But what about veggies? Do they look same every day? No. And the veggies they see in their books or in the grocery store, they look different when they are on the plate. So they are not able to relate it. They're not able to get familiar with what's there on the plate. This is something alien to them, to their eyes.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why they get attached to white things which look same every day. They feel safe with it. Food neophobia is at peak at this time. They
Yeah.
want to stick to their safest foods at this
Safest
time.
foods.
So they start sticking to things that look same. Why they eat biscuits happily? They look same
they
every
look
day.
the same, especially वो पैकेट
Yeah,
वाले तो
yeah.
दिखते सेम ही
दिखते same ही है
actually.
सारे,
हाँ,
तो
हाँ,
this is the reason.
true. So इस phase में how do we ensure nutrition for the child, because rice में तो कुछ nutrition नहीं
Exactly.
होता, right?
So I'll share my daughter when she
Hmm.
went into this phase, she was eating only chapati.
Hmm.
So I started adding nuts and seeds powder to
हाँ.
her chapati. I started filling sattu powder in it, protein के लिए,
Hmm.
and used a generous amount of ghee.
Hmm.
And she was eating curd paratha every day. She was eating this.
Hmm.
So I was fine giving it, but
Hmm.
I didn't stop pairing her food.
Okay.
So we have those kind of section plates, right? So
Yeah.
in two of the sections, you keep their favorite foods and one new food. Every day you keep. They'll just pick it away and throw it away. That's fine. That's fine. They're at least looking at it. Again, the sight is at least that sense is playing its role. So exposure does not need to be stopped. Increase the nutrient density of the paratha, of the rice. Add ghee to the rice, right? So like that, you can add some veggies, very tiny bit, grate some veggies and add it to their rice so that they don't see it, but slowly keep on telling them that I've added carrot into it. You give them some control. Ask them what they want to put in their rice. Bring them to the kitchen. Have a step stool or a toddler tower in your kitchen, and ask them what they want to add to the rice today. So these kind of things you can do, giving them control, and that phase will also subside. But don't stress too much about it, because this is
think
normal.
when kids don't eat vegetables ना,
That's a big
तब
concern.
ज़्यादा problem आता है, because एक तो it's fiber, so
Yeah.
like it can also lead to constipation sometimes. Especially for my child, he is prone to constipation. Like उसका थोड़ा भी अगर fiber, water intake में problem होता है या dairy intake ज़्यादा जाता है, उसको constipation हो जाता है. I've noticed this pattern. So when veggies are rejected day over day, that's when the stress starts building up.
See, fruits and vegetables is one food group.
That's
right?
true. Huh.
So if the child is rejecting veggies, eating fruits, that's also fine.
Oh,
right?
Is it?
Yeah, that's also fine.
Okay.
So I'll give you example. This red bell pepper. This has vitamin C, right? This is a veggie.
Yeah.
And strawberry having vitamin C. So it's the same thing. So they are getting their vitamins. They are getting fiber. Fruits also have fiber. You talked about constipation. So there are pea fruits.
Yeah.
This plum, pear, papaya. So that can also help with constipation. So don't force the child or fall into the trap of screens just to feed them veggies.
Yeah.
They're eating fruits. That's also fine. And vice versa is also okay.
Right. No, I must say, your book on the second book, Poop Patrol, beans खा रहा है कियान उसकी वजह से. I'm not kidding, वो नहीं खाता था. अब मैं और कुछ डालूं ना डालूं उसके प्लेट में beans डालती because I know ये तो खा लेगा.
And in that book, the first illustration is that the character of the book, that boy, Krish, he's picking out veggies from a pizza, and next day he got constipated. So one of the mothers who bought this book, her child rejected pizza during a vacation in Italy. I'll not eat it. And then somehow she added some green veggies, and then she was eating it. Because initially they ordered a plain pizza because children eat plain cheese pizza only.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm so glad that the book is effective.
It is.
And parents and children are going to this extent. They're rejecting plain pizza, cheese pizza.
He's like, oats khichdi banao mere liye. Good. And I've never made oats khichdi. Like, I used to make oats. Normal खिचड़ी, oats खिचड़ी I've never made. I made it for him और वो पूरी खा गया. And उसमें beans भी थे, carrots भी थे, and I was like, wow, okay, this works.
And in the third book, I've talked about, I've taken a story around spices. So this is also a very common problem.
Yes,
they don't want to mix rice with curry.
Yes.
And they don't want to eat any spice. So in a very beautiful way, using spice fairies, I've tried to make a very fun story for children, and children are liking it. Just yesterday, I received a review from a mother whose son comes into the kitchen and says, add this fairy. So all the spices,
nice.
he recognizes them as fairies now.
Wow. So that was actually my next question. Ki kids prefer bland foods because I think it tastes the same every day. What you just mentioned with white food, right? And especially because बचपन से हम उनको मिर्ची नहीं देते, right? So they don't have that exposure also. And sometimes kids even don't want to eat anything that comes in their mouth like jeera or rai or dhania for that matter. Mine to like sees jeera on his plate and he's like, हटा दो इसको, या फिर सब्जी से I have to wipe it off and then give it to him. So again, how to deal with this in a sane manner such that we
Right.
don't lose our minds.
See,
also.
the thing with spices, especially chili, is that sometimes the child must have gone through a negative association because they are in physical discomfort
Yeah.
while teething, and if at that time even the slightest of spice, garam masala or any kind of normal spice will also hurt the child in the mouth. So that's how it starts. The child gets negatively associated with spices. So you have to make friends with the spices again.
Yeah.
And that will happen with continuous exposure outside of the mealtime. I'll say again, outside of the mealtime, it works better. Exposure works
Okay.
better
Okay.
because suddenly if you give at the table at the in the meal plate, then it's difficult for them to accept it. And you can follow a progression timeline as well
Okay.
for spices. Start with very mild spices like white pepper. Add one green chili in the whole pot just for the flavor. Don't chop it, just add it like that
Okay.
in the whole pot for the family, so that a little flavor of green chili will come in the food. So like that, keep on progressing slowly with the spices, but only when the child is ready. If the child is teething, don't use that day. Don't decide to start spices on that day.
Yeah.
So be very careful about what they are going through, what's their routine like, and then take your actions.
No, that makes sense. But I think problem हो जाती है if a 2-year-old is eating from the family pot. तब भी we have to take out food without the spice. In my house, though, I take it out before I sprinkle dhania also on top, वरना वो नहीं खाएगा. So it's not just about spices; it's about the different textures also, right? So maybe can you give us a few activities that we can do outside of meal times that you mentioned to expose them to these textures?
Like for dhanias, I would say, I would like to comment here, like when our children are playing in the garden, right? When they try to touch grass or pluck a leaf or something, what do we say? Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Don't pluck it. Your hands will get dirty. Some parents are very conscious about hygiene also. They'll say, don't touch it. And even if they touch it, then when they'll come home, we'll wash their hands. कि बच्चे के माइंड में आ गया कि वो डर्टी था, मुझे नहीं टच करना था. सो वो इमेज बन जाता है कुछ फूड आइटम्स का. तो इसीलिए जो ग्रीन वेजिटेबल्स हैं, दे आर एट द टॉप ऑफ द रिजेक्शन लिस्ट.
That's true.
Because green means for them dirty grass, which my parents or anybody else in the family had asked no, कि नहीं टच करना है. So that's why they run away from greens. This is one of the primary reason why they are picking out dhania, like anything that looks like a leaf.
Yeah.
So I would say that parents should refrain from these kind of things, like stopping them from touching grass or any green thing in the garden. So that's what I would suggest.
Okay, that's an interesting analogy. मैंने इसके बारे में कभी ऐसे नहीं सोचा था. Okay. So you had mentioned something about neophobia a while back that sets in around 1, right? Now a lot of times what happens ना कि उसकी वजह से धीरे धीरे the child ends up eating only 2 to 3 foods for all meals. कि हम सिर्फ 2 टाइप की सब्जी खाते हैं और सिर्फ रोटी खाते हैं, right? So for such kids, how can parents go about introducing new foods to them?
So I'll tell you 2 strategies that work the best. First is food pairing, which I already talked about. Keep up the exposure in one section of the plate and keep 2 favorite foods so that the child feels comfortable and they have something to eat. At least it's something they can try, and for the parents also it's good. It's a satisfaction that the child is eating something. So this is one strategy, and the second strategy that's very interesting and works well is food chaining.
Okay.
So it's highly likely that if something looks similar, then the child will try it. For example, if they love eating French fries made with potato, and you want to introduce sweet potato to the child, so start mixing both of these. Make sweet potato fries, make regular potato fries, 50-50%, mix them and give it to the child. And of course, I mean, there are high chances that they will try it. Now, once they have tried sweet potato fries, now you can move to the other texture also. So instead of giving it in a fries form, you start making something which is still crispy but soft on the inside. So gives same kind of texture from outside. Make some small tikkis with the sweet potato. Make cutlets and make it very thin and crispy so that it is still similar to the French fries. Once they're eating this also, then you can move to other things like sweet potato paratha, because now they've developed the taste. So then you can move to other textures and anything you can make from sweet potato. Make a paratha, stuff it into a paratha, or make waffles from it, make pancakes from it. So anything else that you want, you can do that.
So it's more about the visual. Like
More about the visual here. So if it's looking similar, feeling similar in the texture, there are high chances that the child will try it. And you can also use the hearing sense. You can take the opportunity of the hearing sense here. Things which are crunchy, they give a signal to the brain that when we eat something crunchy, there is a sound.
Yeah.
So that gives a signal that something is in your mouth and you need to chew it and eat it.
Yeah.
That's why when we are eating snacks, namkeen, popcorn, anything, we are chewing faster than the regular food.
Yeah.
Because that signal is coming from the brain because it heard the sound. So now for children also, if you want to introduce something new, make it crispy. If you're making dosa, make it crispy. Paratha also, if you want to introduce, make it crispy. Try that.
Yeah. That's an interesting take. But I think काफी problem सब्जियों के साथ ही होता है. I feel कि जैसे in an Indian household बहुत सारे varieties के सब्जी बनते हैं, right? भिंडी, गाजर, then beans, potatoes, cauliflower.
Right.
तो उसमें ही I think we keep rotating कि अच्छा ये नहीं खा रहे तो ये try कर लेते. So maybe in that food group, if you could give us an example.
So it's again about the exposure here for vegetables. So they should be able to understand कि वो सब्जी जो ऐसी गोल था, ऐसा दिखता था, सर्कल शेप का था, इस कलर का था, वो येलो कैसे हो गया, है ना? वो ग्रीन था, लौकी फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इट वॉज ग्रीन, इट वॉज लॉन्ग, ये ऐसे मैश कैसे हो गया, इसका टेक्सचर कैसे चेंज हो गया. So वो चीज़ दिखानी ज़रूरी है. So show them whole process. किसी भी दिन weekend पे, if you are a working parent, you're not able to give time in the kitchen, then weekend पे cook a meal together. It will be fun. है ना? So try that, and they learn a lot of things in while cooking. They learn measurements, they learn mathematics, they learn a lot of things. So try to bake something together. Do anything that you like. But still, once a week, start bringing them into the kitchen, and specifically for vegetables. They should see कैसे वो texture change हो रहा है, कैसे shape change हो रहा है, color कैसे change हो रहा है. We are putting haldi. That's why it's becoming yellow, because haldi is yellow. And it's very interesting for the child to watch changing of the color. So they like these things. So instead of investing in sensory activities, showing these things, your kitchen is a what do we say it, like biggest opportunity of sensory processing in children. So bring them there. Uska sensory stimulation pura kitchen mein hi ho jayega.
Laboratory.
It's a laboratory actually.
True. It's interesting, because we have so many brands selling us these sensory kits, and आजकल तो even rice colored rice brands are selling, and people are buying also, but वो आपके kitchen में सब कुछ available है. You don't have to actually invest in it.
When Berry was around 15 months, 18 months, she used to fall sick, है ना, teething के समय, or whenever she was sick, even at that time she was eating. That's very strange, because appetite बहुत कम है. I wouldn't say full meals she was eating. She was eating something. The only credit I give for this thing is to the kitchen. I used to bring her there whenever she was feeling better. She used to stand in the toddler tower. I used to give her paneer. कि इसे slice करना है with a crinkle cutter or a baby knife, baby safe knife. You can give it to the child and cut करते करते she's eating. वो क्यूरियोसिटी होती है ना, कैसा टेस्ट में क्या है. और उस वक्त अगर भूख नहीं भी लगी है, when you are surrounded by food and it's appealing to your eyes, they tried. So I was like, धीरे से चुपके से देख के खा लिया चलो खा लिया. ठीक है. Nice. ऐसे ही बच्चे खा लेते हैं. In old days पेरेंट्स क्या करते थे, मदर्स क्या करती थी, कुकिंग कर रहे हैं, बच्चा वहीं बर्तनों से खेल रहा है ना, वॉश कर रहा है, कुछ राइस वॉश कर रहा है, वेजीज वॉश कर रहा है. सो उस समय अगर हम अपने पेरेंट्स से पूछें कि हम खा लेते थे क्या सब कुछ, हाँ खा लेते थे, यूजुअली यही आंसर होता है. एंड देन स्ट्रिक्टनेस वाज आल्सो देयर कि यही बना है, यही खाना पड़ेगा, है ना. इतने ऑप्शंस हम नहीं देते थे, हमें नहीं मिलते थे. सो it's the same thing. Now we call it boundaries. उस समय पेरेंट्स कहते थे यही है, यही खाना है, हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है दूसरी चीज़ बनाने का, और टाइम होता भी नहीं था. They were not having so many helps at that time.
Yeah.
So same thing we have to do, but
That
in a
is true.
modern manner.
That is true. That is true. So talking about options, another problem that I also face sometimes, and I get a lot of DMs around, is कि my child only wants to eat snacks. उसको मेन मीन्स नहीं खाने हैं, उसको पता चल गया है कि क्रंची स्नैक्स क्या होते हैं, उसको कुकीज, लड्डूज, पैनकेक्स, फ्राइज, इस टाइप की चीज़ें ही खानी है.
ये बहुत कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है.
हाँ, एंड आई थिंक वही 2.5 के अराउंड ये ज़्यादा डोमिनेट हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ पावर स्ट्रगल्स एंड ऑल. सो इसके साथ कैसे डील कर सकते
और
हैं?
ये प्रॉब्लम जॉइंट फैमिलीज में ज़्यादा है.
दैट इज ट्रू.
बिकॉज दिन में 2 बार चाय बन रही है,
हाँ.
बिस्किट्स, नमकीन, ये सब
हाँ,
चल रहा है घर में.
एंड वो
So-
गिविंग इन भी होता है ना जॉइंट फैमिलीज में, दैट ठीक है मम्मी नहीं दे रही तो दादी दे देंगी.
राइट. सो आस्क योरसेल्फ, एट फर्स्ट प्लेस ये एक्सपोजर बच्चे पे कहाँ से आया, है ना? एंड देन if it's not coming from you, if it's come from other family member or a neighbor या school में कहीं से आया है, try to talk to them politely and tell them, see, this is impacting my child. So वो meals reject कर रहा है because he wants only snacks. So we have to reduce the exposure, out of sight, out of mind.
True.
So that's the first thing we need to do when such a situation has arisen. That meal rejections have started happening because the child is asking for only snacks. So you have to take it out of sight,
Yeah.
and that's a very difficult thing to do, especially when you're living with elders. How
Yeah.
to say no to them,
Yeah.
right? So वो थोड़ा communication करना पड़ेगा, and you have to initiate that communication. They'll not. Right, so you are worried about your child, that he's rejecting meals, so you have to take a lead here, talk politely, and set some ground rules for the family. बुरे बनोगे,
हाँ.
but help
Okay.
होगा. In the longer run, everyone will be coming into the same page.
राइट. बट आउटर साइड करके भी बच्चे तो मांगेंगे ही ना, बिकॉज आउटर साइड कर दिया है बट मेमोरी में तो इट्स स्टिल देयर ना कि हाँ.
Slowly it will go away because इतना टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा, and धीरे धीरे वो चला जाएगा. So the only solution that I see here is out of sight, out of mind. But as you said कि कभी कहीं से तो आएगा exposure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
School में आएगा. Then by the time the child is going into the school, they are aware कि क्या खाना है, क्या क्या healthy है, क्या नहीं है. So वो थोड़ा सा बना के रखो, like keep educating the child. At 4-5 years of age, you can start educating the child what they should eat. You can, while feeding only, when you are talking a lot, telling stories, talk about food. Tell the nutritional value कि आप जो खा रहे हो इसमें क्या है, इससे आपकी bones strong होंगी, इससे आपके hair shiny होंगे. Tell anything that the child is able to understand. So then they'll start understanding कि मुझे ये नहीं खाना है, I have to eat this, I have to eat that. So वो धीरे धीरे develop हो जाएगा once the child achieves that certain age.
But I think sweets and snacks and all are a very integral part of our lives. मतलब ठीक है, we can do out of sight, out of mind. But in general, chocolates, chips तो सब बच्चे खाएंगे ही eventually, right? So उस sense में I want to understand कि how can we introduce these treats to our child such that they don't become a taboo also, कि they don't become something that the child is like कि, oh, this is bad. But at the same time, it doesn't become addictive for the child.
Right. And it's also important that it doesn't become an obsession.
Yeah.
कि मुझे sweet चाहिए वो obsession हो गया.
हाँ,
ऐसा नहीं
हाँ.
होना चाहिए. इसलिए giving some exposure is recommended. After 18 months of age, you can start giving some sweet things to the child. Again, set a boundary here. These things, anything that comes in a packet, it doesn't come into our house. But when we go out, when we are traveling, we can have these packaged foods. When we are going to a birthday party, that means that we are supposed to eat cake. But ऐसे ही as it is cake घर पे order नहीं करेंगे, घर पे नहीं आएगा. Right? So these kind of boundaries are very important in avoiding the sweets obsession also. And like I plan sweet treats with my daughter. We go out to a cafe once a week. We go out, we eat there. So she knows कि Friday को mama will come early and then we'll go there. So she's satisfied कि मेरा sweets हो गया. So she will not ask me again and again. उसको पता है कि मुझे मिल जाएगा. सो बहुत ज़्यादा डोंट बिकम अ नो पेरेंट कि नहीं खाना है बिल्कुल भी. समटाइम्स you have to plan that as well.
Yeah.
And when we are traveling, then of course you want to enjoy as well. So वहाँ पर भी
हाँ.
don't restrict the child too
हाँ.
much. वापस आके अपने आप रूटीन में सेट हो जाएंगे धीरे
I
धीरे.
think वही थोड़ा सा बैलेंस मेंटेन करना डिफिकल्ट हो
Right.
जाता है वेयर बिकॉज वंस यू इंट्रोड्यूस इट्स नेचुरल दैट वो मांगेंगे एटलीस्ट इनिशियली जब तक रूल्स अच्छे से सेट नहीं है एंड एट दैट टाइम इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि अच्छा मना करें बट मना करके भी इट्स लाइक यू डोंट वांट देम टू फील कि नहीं ये बुरी चीज़ है बिकॉज वो नेगेटिव एसोसिएशन
वो भी नहीं
वी
करना
डोंट
है.
वांट दैट राइट सो हाउ डू यू मेंटेन दैट बैलेंस
So there's no, don't label the food like junk food or healthy food. Say it's a sometimes food. Sometimes we can eat it outside the house. We can eat it, but not allowed inside the house. This is just play with the words, and this is the terminology you can use to educate your children about different types of foods that we have. And food is not just for nutrition. Sometimes it's for pleasure also.
yeah
So they'll understand this, but they have to achieve that certain age when they can understand it.
Yeah. So that comes around when?
I think around 4-5 they start understanding कि क्या चीज़ मुझे sometimes food है, क्या चीज़ मेरे लिए daily food है.
Daily food
क्योंकि
है,
वो रोज़ जो देख रहे हैं, जिस तरह का environment आप घर में set कर रहे हो, उसके accordingly ही उनकी understanding बैठेगी. अगर घर पे ही ये चीज़ें आ रही हैं, so then you forget it कि वो कभी understanding बैठेगी.
देखेंगे तो
मांगेंगे. इसलिए out of sight करना ज़रूरी है घर से. And once a week plan it. Outside when you go, then plan it.
Yeah. I did this with chocolate milk. Like बीच में we had gone somewhere so Kian tasted chocolate milk like cocoa powder वाला with not sugar I think उसमें honey वनी कुछ था but then फिर उसने घर पे मांगा एक दिन तो I thought ठीक है once in a while I can give it I gave it धीरे धीरे I was not giving it daily but then धीरे धीरे it became this thing कि he's asking for it daily even though I'm not giving it but it became a battle every day during milk time कि आज chocolate milk पीना है I'd be like आज नहीं पियेंगे हम Friday पियेंगे आज chocolate milk every day it happened I did this मैंने उसको बोला ख़त्म हो गया it's not there I hid it somewhere because it was in a very accessible drawer for him I hid it somewhere ऊपर I said ख़त्म हो गया we don't have chocolate anymore and आज तक I have not given him that milk again because मांगता है वो अभी भी कभी कभी आज chocolate milk I was like नहीं we don't have it
है नहीं.
and अब तो हम दादी हाउस में आए हुए हैं तो he's like ही मैंने कहा यहाँ तो होता ही नहीं यहाँ
right.
तो हमने कभी लाया ही नहीं है
so this is what has to be done stay firm on your words what you decide कि ये करना है मुझे ऐसा करना है stay firm
because बहुत टैंट्रम्स होते हैं हुए थे बहुत ज़्यादा मिल्क स्किप भी हुआ है पर आज ठीक है स्किप कर दो पर चॉकलेट मिल्क नहीं मिलेगा
toddlers are way smarter than what we think
definitely
they know how to get things done
yeah they know कि अच्छा इतना रोने पे तो मिल ही जाएगा या
exactly
एक पॉइंट के बाद तो दे ही देगी मम्मी yeah okay now I think we've talked a lot about picky eating and eating less and all but I think parents का एक constant stress रहता है कि my child has not eaten enough so let's define that enough and maybe you can give us like a chart or like a guideline कि how much food is enough for my toddler yes you mentioned 2 meals but
there's no such guideline
there's no guideline
honestly there's no such guideline कि
Okay.
इतना खाना है इतनी बार खाना है there's no such guideline ये जो 5 meals का guideline है ये इसीलिए है कि stomach is very small every 2-3 hours keep on giving something so that they are full and energy है पूरे दिन के लिए but there's no such guideline keep a track on their developmental milestones if they are going fine as per the age if their weight gain height gain is going as per the WHO chart means your child is eating enough that's the indication so don't count their quantity in their plate don't count the number of meals and never do it on daily basis I would recommend and I always suggest to the parents do it on a weekly basis कि पूरे week में कैसा रहा like pattern कैसा रहा खाने का so you'll feel satisfied after you start tracking it over weeks कि पूरे वीक में चलो एक दिन नहीं खाया था सेकंड डे नहीं खाया था 3 दिन बीमार था नहीं खाया था एंड देन टीदिंग थी नहीं खाया था एंड देन नेक्स्ट डे ही एट गुड और ऐसा होता है when we are recovering after recovery हमारा appetite बढ़ता है so listen to the body and let them listen to their bodies they are very good at listening to their bodies
yeah I think हमें ही वो trust develop करने की
हमें ही वो
ज़रूरत है
हाँ like so I'll again say children are not fussy parents are fussy
That is very true. I think that should be like the main giveaway from today's
Right.
episode, that it's the parents who need to sort of work on their mindset.
Exactly.
Okay, interesting. Now, talking about parents, I have a few questions here from my followers. And मैंने स्टोरी डाली थी कि give me your struggles with picky eating, and I got a lot of DMs. So उसमें से मैंने कुछ निकाल के रखे हैं यहाँ पे, and we'll pick a few chits and try to help
Sure.
moms.
Let's do it. Okay, so this mom asks, my boy is 2.3 years old and will not eat without screens. Even if there is an ad coming in between while feeding, he spits out the food. So the damage has happened.
Yeah.
Also, if he finds something boring or if he did not like the one playing on the screen, he'll spit it out. Okay. So I guess she wants to wean off from the screen.
Screens, yeah.
And in this case, it's very particular. The child is very particular about the show that he wants to watch. So there are two methods. One is cold turkey.
Okay.
Screen nahi milega.
Cold
There is a set time. Is samay milega. For some children, I've seen this working. But for some children, they become very aggressive and it backfires also. So I would recommend the second technique in this, which is following a proper screen wean off timeline.
Okay.
So the child likes to watch a particular show. Google some pictures of those characters. Make a picture book or flashcards kind of thing for the child. Flash that in front of the child. It will take two persons to feed the child. Someone is flashing and the other person is making the feeding the child. So like that, take bright pictures also. So now here what benefit will happen, that we have removed the screen जो कि बहुत overstimulating था, fast changing scenes थे, बहुत ही ज़्यादा bright colors थे. So थोड़ा बहुत focus उसके food पे आएगा. And you will see कि वो कम खाएगा पहले से. Quantity will also reduce, but you have to keep your patience, bear with it कि कम खाया है but बिना screen के खाया है. So after that, that flashing of the cartoon pictures, then you can move to other things like telling stories or using storybooks, using toys while playing. Let the child eat. So इस तरह से step by step you can wean off. First is screen, remove the screen, move to flashcards, then move to books. And books भी try कि related to food हो, कुछ different हो, जो कि food से associate कर रहा हो. And then you can do games, you can talk, make conversations, and these kind of things. But this is a long timeline. It will take at least 3 weeks because this is a habit, and every habit takes around 21 days to break. So 21 days के लिए prepare yourself कि ये सब करना है, cartoon बनना है हमें. So we have to become their cartoon. So ये सब करना पड़ेगा, and then only you'll see कि effect हो रहा है. Otherwise try the cold turkey method, which I don't recommend. But अगर ये नहीं
cold
चल रहा,
turkey means no screens,
no screens, खाना नहीं मिलेगा, and then when the child is hungry they'll have to come and ask for food.
अच्छा.
Right? Like that कि screen है ही नहीं, nobody is watching screens in the whole house. TV है ही नहीं, like you said, मैंने chocolate powder छुपा दिया कि है ही नहीं, we don't have it. Screens, we don't have it. So every family member has to stop using screens.
Yeah.
So I've seen many families doing this because they were so stressed out because of the screen. They took a decision कि नहीं देखेंगे, बच्चे के सामने नहीं देखेंगे. When the child is sleeping, then only हम we'll switch on the TV, we'll use our phone. So this also works. But initially थोड़ा troubling होता है because the child is not eating anything. Nutrition पे भी impact आ सकता है. ये सब like parents के लिए stressful होता है. So that's why I always recommend this timeline. Same cartoon उठाओ, उसका pictures लेके try to flash that.
So it's like
fast flashing.
Okay. The way we do it with flashcards.
The way we do it with flashcards. क्योंकि आपने देखा होगा कि flashcards में भी जब हम बेबी को दिखाते हैं, they are so hooked to it.
Yeah.
Because वो भी same चीज़ कर रहे हैं जो screen कर रहा है.
Fast
flash. But उतना ज़्यादा addiction नहीं होगा. Like reels हैं जैसे we create reels, right? We know कि कैसे hook करना audience को. First 3 seconds हमें interactive देने हैं, hooking देने हैं. So ये and then people get addicted to it. 2 घंटे reels देख लेते हैं because there is a strategy behind the creation of reels. So same way in shows के पीछे भी strategy है, कैसे बच्चों को hook करना है, बच्चे हमारा ही show देखें. So वो चीज़ हटानी ज़रूरी है. Just start with books, start with flashcards. Distraction वो भी है, but it's not as bad as a screen addiction.
So इसके बाद how do you actually reach a point where the child is eating without any distraction?
See, ये तो कर ही रहे हैं हम meal time पे.
हाँ.
Side by side start involving the child in cooking. Show them the veggies. जो भी आप cook कर रहे हो उसका sensory activities plan करो outside. तो बहुत homework करना पड़ेगा इसमें. It's not easy. ये ऐसा नहीं है एक week में हो जाएगा. So there are many parents who attended my workshops जिन्होंने ये किया है. So sometimes when I tell this ना कि ऐसा करो, मुझे खुद ही लाइक बुरा लगता है, मैं कितना काम करने को बोल रही हूँ, बट ये करना पड़ता है. ये 21 डेज का पूरा एक प्रोग्राम है जो आपको करना पड़ेगा, तभी ये हैबिट ब्रेक होगी. इफ यू आर लकी वो जल्दी भी हो जाएगी. ऐसा नहीं है 21 डेज वो जल्दी भी हो जाएगी, बट यू हैव टू पुट दैट एफर्ट.
ओके, वाओ. चलो, आई विल पिक वन नाउ. So, hi, my question is, my son is 2 years and 4 months old. Very recently, he has stopped eating veggies, something that he used to be his favorite. We never had to worry about him not eating vegetables or fruits. It's a sudden change and he does not accept vegetables in any form other than even in sabzi form, basically. This is happening since more than a month now and I'm worried how to keep up with the nutrition requirement. Please suggest what to do.
The child is only 2.6 years of age and he was eating veggies earlier and suddenly stopped eating. So there can be many reasons related to this. As I mentioned earlier also, some negative association. So if the child was teething or not well and he was eating veggies, sabzis and all he was eating, and he ate that and then suddenly found it discomforting in the mouth. In normal days it was not discomforting, but because he was teething it was discomforting. So after that what he'll do is he'll go to the safest foods, which are plain foods, look the same, taste the same, and they're not having spices, they're bland foods. So that's why most children go towards bland foods at this age. So teething is one of the main concerns, and there are other sickness also, other illness also. At that time अगर किसी ने force करके खिला दिया कि बीमार है कुछ नहीं खाया है तो चलो खिला दें, distract करके खिला दिया, and because body didn't need that food at that time, so stomach में भी discomfort हुआ होगा, right? वो भी negative association बन जाती है इन चीज़ों से. Then again they go to their safe food. So this happens and this is normal. So if the child stops, if child has stopped eating veggies, it's fine. Just wait for the right time when he'll bounce back. He'll come back to the veggies.
But the exposure needs to continue.
Exposure needs to continue, not in the form कि खाना ही खाना है. Pressure नहीं होना चाहिए. Keep it there and try to ask the child कि कुछ variation करना है उसमें या कुछ different करना है. Try to make different variation. Maybe वो negative association किसी एक preparation से है. If you give it in a different form, आप हल्दी मत डालो, स्पाइसी कुछ मत करो, मेक इट वाइट. अगर चाइल्ड वांट्स टू हैव वाइट फूड, मेक वाइट कॉलीफ्लावर, उस तरह से दे दो, स्टीम वेजी दे दो, डिफरेंट फॉर्म में दे दो. सो जिस चीज़ से यू हैव टू बी वेरी इंट्यूटिव हियर कि क्या हुआ होगा, एंड देन प्लान योर एक्शंस अकॉर्डिंगली.
इंटरेस्टिंग, नाइस. वील डू वन मोर लास्ट.
Okay, 4-year-old always taking eternity to eat a single meal, multiple repetition of requests and threatenings. It's been going for long and kid isn't afraid of even slaps. Kid never feels hungry. She's hungry only if we are eating out. Multiple physical activities in school, feels tired and lethargic also, but still won't eat in spite of telling numerous benefits of food. I think the answer is there in the question only. There are multiple physical activities, there's school, and she's just 4-year-old. So she just started school. So this is a big change for a child in their life. This is a very big change. They are stepping outside of the house. They are separated from the parents for a long time. So emotional change hai ye. And then physical activities बढ़ गई है. The child is tired and lethargic. So when we are tired, क्या हम कभी नया स्किल कोई लर्न करने के लिए रेडी होते हैं? नहीं. एंड
नहीं.
ईटिंग इज अ स्किल फॉर देम. दे आर लर्निंग, दे आर स्टिल लर्निंग टू ईट डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फूड. सो इफ दे आर टायर्ड दे वोंट ट्राई एनीथिंग, दे वोंट फील लाइक ईटिंग. So over tired हैं तो they won't eat it.
Yeah.
So try to work on their routine. थोड़ा सा try to add a nap. Don't add multiple physical activities. And I think this is one of the reasons. But there can be many reasons behind food rejections. There can be many. So to name a few unique reasons, there can be deficiencies, iron
Okay.
deficiency, vitamin B12 deficiency, zinc deficiency. These also impact the appetite and trying out new foods. And then intolerances is also one of the unique reasons,
Intolerances matlab?
as in allergic to any kind of food,
Okay.
lactose or wheat intolerance. So I have been through this myself as a
Okay.
child.
Okay.
I'll tell this. I was in grade 5. Until grade 5, how I used to drink milk. While my mom was preparing my tiffin, in that 10 minutes, my dad used to feed milk with a spoon.
Okay.
I was in grade 5, around how much, like 8-9 years old.
हाँ.
So I never used to drink with a,
ऐसे.
because क्या होता था, I used to have some stomach pain after drinking milk.
Okay.
तो मैं तो स्कूल चली जाती हूँ पी के, कि कैसे बताऊँ पेरेंट्स को,
हाँ.
घर आके भूल गए. तो कुछ था, इंटॉलरेंस था, जिस वजह से आई वॉज कंटिन्यूसली रिजेक्टिंग मिल्क. एंड दैट वॉज अ वेरी माइल्ड पेन, सो आई यूज टू इग्नोर दैट ऑल्सो. मैं भूल जाती थी, आई वॉज चाइल्ड. देन लेटर when I grew up, then I got to know कि I am intolerant to lactose. Then ये flashback आया कि अच्छा इसलिए मैं milk reject करती थी. So ऐसा भी होता है, अगर if a child is rejecting something, maybe he is intolerant to one particular ingredient in that food. So get that tested. It can be mild allergy also, तो वो food rejection का एक reason हो सकती है.
Right. They've also mentioned something around threatening and
Yes, they mentioned that. So avoid doing that. This is not an age where you should threaten a child. They're already going through so much. So we have to help them. हमें उल्टा नहीं
But I
करना
think
है.
it comes out of, I don't know, love is the right word or not, but it comes out of concern. कि अगर खाएगी नहीं तो क्या हो जाएगा. So they think कि okay, let's just try this, कि threaten them or hit them, कि anger से ही वो खा लें या कुछ, that I think that's usually the mindset when parents take the step, क्योंकि अच्छा तो किसी को भी नहीं
Right,
लगता है ये
right,
करना.
Instead,
But-
go into the root cause. Try to find the why she's not eating. And I think from the question only, it's very easy to
change.
see that the child is overtired. There are so many activities going on, physical and the school. 4 years of age, it's normal to reject food at that time, because बहुत बड़ा change हुआ है उनकी life में, है ना? So they have to go out, meet new people. वो जो parents का mother का touch और comfort zone होता है, उससे बाहर गए हैं. So let them settle down. धीरे धीरे they will start eating good food, good quantity. But अभी जो खा रहे हैं, let them eat that. अगर limited list है foods की at this phase, I would say let it be limited. कोई बात नहीं, ज़्यादा force नहीं करना है कि ये बना है तो यही खाना है. So give them options. Again, food pairing करो, उनके safest food वहाँ रखो और new foods भी रखते रहो.
Okay, Sonal, this has been really eye-opening for me and a really great conversation, and I really hope it reaches the parents who need to hear this. I'm mostly done, but I just sort of want to leave you with this one last question, that is there any advice or any words that you want to share with a mom who's listening to this, a first-time mom, and who's struggling with meal times for their child?
Okay.
Anything that they should always keep in their mind?
So for moms, my advice would be self-care. Don't take it lightly. You need a lot of it, because raising a child takes a lot of courage and patience. Every day there is something new happening, and there is no manual. There is no parenting manual. And motherhood is a roller coaster.
Yeah, it is.
So पूरा up and down चलेगा, and आपको उसे bear करना है. So उसके लिए self care ज़रूरी है. If you're not taking care of yourself, you'll not be able to take care of your child. किसी का भी नहीं कर पाओगे. So सबसे पहले fill your cup. This is what I would advise.
Beautiful. Yes, I totally agree with that. I'm bad at it. I'll be honest, I'm really bad at it, especially at this stage, like 2.5. Abhi to, matlab, it's all crazy, but I also try my best to do thoda thoda idhar udhar jahan pe bhi I can for myself. But yeah, great advice. Thank you so much. So that's about it for today's episode. It was a great conversation, and thank you once again for coming. Um, I like to end each episode with this segment I call the mom pause. This is a
Okay,
little bit of
interesting.
self-care for everyone who's listening, basically. And the idea is this: just that moms don't really pause. We have a hard time taking care of ourselves, like we just talked about it. And this is just an opportunity for everyone who's listening or watching to take that 2 minutes for themselves. So we'll take a positive thought. I'll play some music and we'll sit with our eyes closed.
Very
Everyone
nice.
who's listening, watching can join us. क्योंकि इतना लंबा सुन लिया है तो 2 मिनट और तो सुन सकते हैं, right? So the affirmation for today is: meals are moments of connection, not perfection. So that's the thought we're going with, and let's all pause for 2 minutes.